Yo, what is going on, everyone in the XRP community? Hope you guys are having yourselves a fantastic day today as usual. You know who's not going to have a fantastic day today as usual? Gary Gensler, because he is going to be stressing about his testimonies tomorrow and Wednesday in front of the government. Oh, fellas, this is going to be a juicy one tomorrow. This video is just kind of my announcement to you guys, letting you guys know that this will be going on tomorrow very, very early in the morning. And I am speculating this will essentially be the only crypto news for tomorrow and Wednesday. Because it seems like this is a big, big week for the SEC as the Ripple appeal window closes, which as of today is 2 weeks left for the SEC if they would like to appeal in the Ripple case. All right, so before we get into that, got one piece of information for you guys. As you guys know, a couple of weeks ago, Brad Garlinghouse said publicly that RLUSD is weeks away, not months away, but weeks away. And now it's kind of been a couple of weeks. And on the Ripple stablecoin tracker, which was created by @VetX0, a pretty cool guy that made this this stablecoin account that tracks Ripple minting and burning, whether it's on the XRP ledger or on the Ethereum network. So today, it's nothing major, but this is the biggest RLUSD minting that just happened right now, which is 485 RLUSD. And as you can see, what Ripple has been doing for the past couple of weeks now, when this account first came out, they've been kind of minting a little bit, burning a little bit, minting a little bit, burning a little bit. So I feel like this is Ripple kind of doing their final public mainnet stress testing before they bring this live to the market. But kind of cool thing to see. This is the biggest single mint so far. And I imagine, I was just talking in the stream today, how people were saying in my chat that, oh, you know, they're going to announce RLUSD at Swell. However, since Swell is a massive meeting of all of, you know, Ripple's clientele, I believe they would like to have something like this live prior to the event going on. And did you guys know that Ripple has a dedicated crypto ETF panel at Swell this year, which I think is the first one ever, with the some guy from the CME group and 2 senior ETF analysts from Bloomberg that will be hosting the panel. So just some interesting stuff to note there, guys. But yeah, biggest mint here for RLUSD 485. Again, it's not like some massive multi-million-dollar minting. I will think that is going to happen once we hear of RLUSD officially going live. But this is the biggest mint so far. So just to kind of cue you in there to the timeline of how much longer until we see RLUSD finally go live from Ripple. But yeah, I do not think they're going to announce it going live at Swell. I feel like they would want to have that, you know, already live before Swell, and then at Swell they can talk about, you know, hey, look at our RLUSD, we just launched this, you can use it with the Ripple Liquidity Hub and have like a trusted source of stable liquidity within crypto, and essentially being a competitor to USDT. All right, so main topic point of the video today, guys. So Gary Gensler comes out with this tweet about 9 hours ago, and he's like, okay, well, this week I'll be testifying before Congress. On September 24th, tomorrow, as I'm making this video, I'll be testifying along with my fellow commissioners before the Financial Committee and the FSC Dems. And then the day after that, again, this is not going to be Gary Gensler having a good week here, because the day after that, he will be testifying before the United States Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs, which I have streamed this to you guys before. Tom Emmer, who's a big pro-crypto guy, gets a lot of funding from crypto companies. He's saying, looking forward to holding your feet to the fire, Gary Gensler. All right. And then Fred says, assuming this means you have the subpoenas drafted, finalized, and ready to serve Mr. Gensler when he arrives for testimony. I don't know. And Crypto Eddie's saying, you never taken the matchstick out of the pack. Words alone don't burn the feet. And I kind of get what she's saying here, because I don't know. It seems like Tom Emmer, he's always said, you know, little things like this before Gary Gensler testifies, and just besides asking a couple of tough questions, doesn't really do much else. But go ahead and take a look at the schedule here. So this is going to be Gary Gensler, not only Gary Gensler, but also 4 other commissioners. So I hate how they put, the honorable Gary Gensler. Okay, yeah, really honorable here, fellas. God. So we got Gary Gensler, Hester Pierce, Caroline, Mark, and Jamie, who will all be getting grilled by the Financial Services Committee. And you can see all the legislation they have under here that I imagine this is what's going to be talked about, or legislation they're going to be trying to draft. But it's like, dude, to amend the Securities Exchange Act of 1934 to exclude decentralized finance activities from the act and for other purposes, fellas, this might be like a serious crypto bull meeting that ends up happening, because I'm telling you guys, tomorrow and Wednesday, this will be like all of the crypto news. because like I have never seen the SEC like in 2 consecutive days making testimonies like this before the Financial Services Committee and the Housing and Urban Affairs one. I mean, this is like back-to-back 2 days in a row, not just Gary Gensler, but all these other folk at the SEC. And I imagine as we're 2 weeks away from the Ripple appeal window and this is all of a sudden happening tomorrow, I kind of do feel like the topic of Ripple SEC XRP, I feel like that will kind of be brought up because, again, this is something, the Securities Exchange Act 1934, this was something that the SEC was referring to a lot in the Ripple lawsuit, and now it looks like they want to amend it to exclude decentralized finance activities from that act and for other purposes. A couple of interesting ones here. To require the Securities and Exchange Commission, Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and the Secretary of the Treasury to jointly carry out a study on decentralized finance. The New Frontiers and Technology Act, NFT Act. To require the CFTC and SEC to conduct a study to assess whether additional guidance or rules are necessary to facilitate the development of tokenized securities and derivative products and for other purposes. Another one, the Bridging Regulation and Innovation for Digital, Global, and Electronic Digital Assets Act. So this seems like this whole entire thing is just about crypto. I mean, granted, yeah, there is some other stuff, Uniform Treatment of Custodial, Main Street Growth Act, tailored to Main Street investors, Securities Enforcement Clarity Act of 2024, because you guys know that Gary was just up there on some news station, and he's saying like, "Oh, we regret any confusion, guys." Like, well, why would you regret the confusion if you acted completely within the law and as an honest person? Well, why would you have any regret about confusion? Because that was your job to make it very clear to the market. And they got the SEC Review Act. So, fellas, this is going to be live tomorrow on YouTube at 10 a.m. East Coast, 7 a.m. West Coast. In the United States. If you guys are anywhere outside of that, just got to figure out the time for yourself, but it is basically tomorrow in the morning for the West. I do believe I will be streaming this. I can't say certainly, as you guys know. Recently, yeah, I did get kind of penalized on YouTube for, quote, reused content, which I do not have on my channel. It's all original, my own content. But I believe streaming this event would kind of classify that as reused content. So what I think I'm going to do tomorrow is when I start the stream, we're just going to be listening to the audio and watching the Bitcoin and XRP charts. Because again, in this testimony here, there could be a lot of things said where all of a sudden all these congressmen and all the people asking questions just seem to be super, super pro-crypto. Let's get this straight, SEC. We don't like what you've been doing. We need real clarity to the market. I mean, we could seriously have like, you know, not saying we're going to get Bitcoin and XRP pumping just from this event, but I'm saying that is possible because this is effectively, to me, this is like the whole crypto news of this week is going to be about tomorrow and the next day after that, which is old Gary Gensler, while we have the kind of final 2 months of this current administration in the United States. It seems like they're kind of review his last few years and what he's done, and essentially the abuse he has held over the cryptocurrency market. So guys, I'm not saying like this is going to be some massive event. Oh my God, XRP goes to $100 tomorrow. But nonetheless, this is going to be very, very interesting to see if Gary Gensler and the other SEC commissioners are going to be held accountable for the recent attacks against the cryptocurrency market, as well as I would like some people here that ask the questions to kind of know, hey, why is the Ethereum investigation suspended after 1 month, but you go four years deep with the Ripple lawsuit? What's going on there, right? So I'm just saying tomorrow, I can't say I'm 100% I'll be streaming this on the channel, but I'm quite positive that I will be. We'll just be watching the charts, listening to the audio of the stream, and listen to Gary Gensler having a terrible, terrible day. And then after that, I mean, he's got the next day right after that, which is also going to be live streamed on the Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs. So I feel like this is Gary Gensler. It's kind of, you know, it's ass whooping time for Gary. They're all going to be coming after him. You guys know we've got a lot of, you know, congressmen, congresswomen out there that are, you know, they are getting lobbyists from the cryptocurrency market trying to push for some, you know, real regulation and real clarity. And all of a sudden, you know, a couple of days before this, Gary Gensler goes on the news and says, oh, you know, I'm really sorry. I mean, we acted wrong. And like, he just said all these weird things like, oh, we regret any confusion. Like, oh, we're really sorry for not making things clear. So he knows he's guilty. And now tomorrow and the next day after that, dude, it is going to be a Gary Gensler buffet, fellas. And I guarantee you, you will see the Ripple case mentioned. And I think this is incredibly fascinating that this is suddenly happening on the last 2 weeks of the Ripple SEC appeal window, fellas. I am excited. Be there or be square tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. West Coast. It's a Gary buffet, fellas. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you smash the likes on this video, do the subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.